I can feel the breeze blowing, storm clouds moving in. Whatever's gonna happen, it's about to begin. I remember what the drunk donkey told me when he said, son, don't fear. Mike's where the page lies, it's about to be. Then he's gonna tell you about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you which way it's going, and if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news that they try to hide. Just click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Well, there'll always be some haters, but they don't understand that Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells your friend, Mike, he's your man. Then he's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm or if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news others try to hide. Click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Yeah, here at Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nation Pride.
All right, good morning. What's happening, Coneheads? We are watching an old video that I had that was off the causeway here at Curlew, the Dunedin Causeway, about a year ago. But it looks just like that up in the Panhandle right now. Well, it looks even more gnarly. Getting some crazy videos from yesterday. Holy cow. I'll have to share you some of that. We got a little bit to talk about in the tropics. What's up, James? I'll show you some softball highlights. It's all over. Hey, so good morning, everybody. What's up? Happy Tuesday. Oh, I don't have any chat yet on my YouTube popping up. Let me reopen this. Hang loose. Let me see if I can generate another chat here for YouTube. See if it pops open. It's trying. Are we even on YouTube? There we go. It's working now. All right. So, hey, good morning. All right, let me say some highs real quick. Hey, we got dogs to show. Let's show some ABC. Let's show Hunter first. So, dogs are back. They were at the vet yesterday. And first time they ever stayed over at the vet, at the kennel. And they were pouting. They wouldn't even look at us on the way home. They turned around. They put their backs to us. They're like, never again, guys. So here's little Hunter. Hey, Brent, thanks for a lot, man. Yeah, Eric, what's up, buddy? 3 inches of rain, Stephanie. I know you guys are getting hammered. Brantley, how's it going, Brantley? What's up, Loretta Reed? How's it going? Got our crew here. We got to talk about the tropics. We got a little bit of something to talk about, maybe. Right, Hunter? What's up, Jason from Texas? My Chili's man. Yeah, they were mad at me, Whitney. Oh, James, that's not good. Oh, I didn't see it. I'll look for it, James. So there's a little boy, Hunter. So big thanks to ABC, by the way. They're my original sponsor of our lives here. We love them. Drunk Donkey Nation here in Florida. ABC Fine Wine Spirits. The oldest family-owned liquor store in the state of Florida since the 30s. They have 130, 40 stores right now all across the state. So check them out. Tell them you guys are big Drunk Donkey fans and appreciate everything. So, all right, let me show you Louie real quick, and then we'll get right into tropics. Let's put on the Let's put on, well, we can put on the Florida radar while we show you Hunter, and then we'll get right into the tropics. Then we're going to talk about regular weather. Good morning, Eric Lee, Bristol. My dogs are okay, yeah. We had a weekend in softball, and we stayed at a hotel that don't allow dogs, so we put them up for the weekend. It was going to be hot. Couldn't have the dogs out there in 6 games. We ended up playing 8 games. So this is the original. This is Louie. He's the man. He is a real dog. He doesn't move much. He just kind of sits there. He's very camera friendly. Anyway, all right, so we're getting hammered in the panhandle. We're going to show you all that. I'm going to go right into the tropics, though, since this is the tropical season. Talk about what's cooking. Nothing to stress about yet. Bottom line, if you're just here for one word and one or 2 words, no stress. Hey, Deuce says hi from Whitney. Say, hey, buddy, what's up, man? Hey. He's just got the prettiest little face. Look at that. Oh, he's the man. He's the man. All right, enough of that crap. All right, so hey, Stephanie. Louie's 3 years old now, and we got rains brewing here where I'm at. Look at that. I can feel it. There we are. It's coming. It's coming. So I don't want to lose these windows. Let me show you real quick. So this was shared on our supporter page. Sarah Craig sent these yesterday. Look at this. What's that noise out there? There's somebody driving by. Look at these clouds. Unbelievable. They're called, bear with me, Undulatus asperatus. Undulatus asperatus clouds. They're all over the internet. This was shared to us from one of our supporters, Sarah Craig. This was yesterday around the Destin area. Look at that. They look like waves. They're actually waves. They're gravity waves in the atmosphere. Unbelievable. It was the big story yesterday. There's an article here. Actually, you know what? I need to share it in our chat. Let me share it right here. Make sure that even pops up. I just put it in the chat. Hopefully, there it is. Okay. Great article about these clouds put in by our buddy Shay Gibson over on Weather Flow. He's the wind alert dude. And this little article here will tell you everything about these clouds. So it was written by our buddy Shay Gibson back in 2015, but tells you about the phenomenon, how it happens, lower level bulging here, the seismic semi-gravity wave effects. So really fascinating blog. I just put it in our chat. So you want to check it out and kind of understand how they form, then check that out. And I think I had another one here. Nope. We did have another one. Let me see. We did have another one shared, I think. Yeah, we had a bunch. I'm going to share all these later on here in a little bit. But that was big news yesterday. So pretty crazy, right? All right, so here's the tropics. Here's what we got. Let me put it up right here. There you go. 5-day. There's this little guy right here. I'll leave it up right there. Look at that. Boom, 30%. Good morning, peeps. What's up, Luisa? How's it going, Candace? Thanks for the stars. Science is cool, Whitney, yes. My most favorite clouds are the clouds that look like sand. Like right at shoreline where you get the little ripples in the sand, when you get them really high. Stratus clouds, I think they're called. I'm not really a cloud guy. But when you get the same ripple effects up in the upper atmosphere, it looks just like the sand on the bottom of the ocean or shoreline. It's crazy. Somebody said they never felt humidity like this. It's crazy, I know. It's bad, Michael. Lots of moisture. So anyway, here's tropics. So we're going to talk about regular. So 30% chance, all right? It's a pretty good looking wave. It's nearing the Lesser Antilles. It's up to 30%. There's a good satellite on it. Let's take a look at this one, I guess. We got a lot of them, but there's daylight coming. But there it is. It's pretty juicy. Pretty elongated wave. Definitely very welcoming for the islands. They love these waves because they rely on the water. It's like the Jimmy Buffett song, "Don't forget the water, the carnival." Hey, Danielle Fleming from North Carolina. Hurricane Graveyard. Whitney, I actually Googled that. I was going to show something. Hey, Scott over on YouTube. What's up? But anyway, there's our juice. Here it is. Come across. Right here. But then we got this. This is called the Hurricane Graveyard. If you Google it, there's some great articles on the Weather Channel about it. We get a combination of shear and dust, dry air. So, not a lot of support on this little system. Hey, Jerry Coe, how's it going there, buddy? So that's good news, right? We had some really crazy models. So, remember, weak goes west, right? Weak goes west. I guess I should turn my phone off, you guys. I keep hearing that goofy little beep beep. All right. So let me show you. So yesterday I must have seen a couple dozen posts of a little bit of panic in the air because of the Gulf of Mexico, the end of the month, early July. Hey, Michael Hedgepath, good morning to you, man. Erica's in Cleveland, Ohio. Northern Alabama, yep, guess we'll be hanging there in Talladega soon. So anyway, man, there was people in Texas sharing the GFS. There was the GFS was showing a hurricane in Texas, Louisiana, the Panhandle, Florida West Coast. So there was all kinds of panic in the air. Well, the good news is the recently 06Z, this morning's GFS didn't show anything. So, it's really easy to get caught up in one or two model runs, but kind of gotta be careful getting caught up in that until you start to see more sites, trusted sites, official sites start talking about it. So anyway, here's the latest. All right, so we're on tropicaltidbits.com. I have all his links right here, the most coolest ones on the planet: GFS, Euro, CMC, and HRRRR. I don't have the icon over there yet because it doesn't really go out that far. I like to go long range. All right, here's the latest GFS 6Z. Now watch. Here's our wave. Everything we're going to see with all these modeling is pretty much dies. Some of the energy had a piece of it going off here. Some of it had it going off here. But usually when a system gets shredded, you just get a wave just track along west. And some of the modeling even suggested this wave is going to spark something here. But bottom line, none of that really matters. Right now, here's what we got. And basically, weak low, June 28th, this general area. And other than a big juicy mess Thursday, July 1st, the good news is the GFS isn't showing anything right now. So it is showing a lot of moisture, though. We'll zoom in on that here in a little bit. This is July 1st, July 2nd. So could be a lot of juice again here setting up first part of July. But what it showed, they got everybody all worked up yesterday. Let me show you the last several runs of the GFS. Now the GFS does this a lot. It'll be way ahead of the game with everybody else. But this is yesterday's 6Z. That was the one that was shared everywhere. Lower Texas. This is yesterday. Yesterday's 00Z, or yesterday's 12Z. Right here, Monday. This one popped up more upper Gulf. Yesterday's 18Z showed more Big Bend, maybe close to me. So this has been the common denominator. 00Z last night, a little more weaker. See, it's starting to show a little weaker. And then the latest 6Z, nothing. So hopefully this is a trend. We don't have to stress about it. It's kind of early in the season. We don't want to be dealing with this stuff too much. But back to the other model. Now, what was causing this too, by the way? Let's go back to a couple runs on the GFS real quick, and then we'll talk about the Euro. So basically, I've seen it a million times over the years. Let's pick we'll do the 12Z yesterday. It was a little more pronounced, maybe. I don't know if it was or not. But, all right, so what we're watching here is our general wave. Never really was much. Little piece breaks off and goes north. Little piece kind of hangs around and keeps on trucking west, which it does. And then you can see right here, this is what the GFS was kind of showing. This was like this Saturday, but little piece here kind of broke off. Another little piece kind of went this way. But this is what the GFS was picking up on, this little energy right here over the weekend and then possibly forming. So that would have been July 1st, July 2nd. But again, it backed off. Hopefully it's going to continue. So the latest Euro, nothing. Here it is, July 2nd. Big old high pressure system. Latest CMC, big old high pressure system, July 2nd. And the GFS, low pressure system, but no organized system. So that's where we're at. So that's good, right? Hopefully. Cheers. Because I'm going camping. Next week, no daily brews officially Monday through Friday. Or Monday. I get 2 weekends off this year. But we will be streaming live and I will be posting all weekend long. We just won't be doing a PC version of this. That is a big mountain of high pressure, Whitney. So basically, a lot of uncertainty this far out. So no reason at all to be panicked about this area yet, at all. And we'll look a little bit more into some ensembles and stuff. The only thing, again, back to GFS, and we'll zoom in a little closer. The only thing that keeps me interested in this area is that here's our wave. You can kind of follow it along. Little piece breaks off, little piece down here. And, we got the Pacific juicing up, maybe a little crossover action. But when we get to the end of the month, June, you can see some broad spin. But the GFS is just keeping a lot of moisture down here. So, that's just kind of casually to watch. But then you go to the CMC, nothing. So it's just like throwing darts blind right now. But we will be in an enhanced stage of the MJO, so that'll be a little bit of favorable conditions for possible development. It's going to be green. Here's July 1st, right here, July 1st. So pretty enhanced stage of the MJO. So anytime you have that, you got to keep your eyes open. So what are you supposed to do 9/19? Hey, we'll get up and go. We'll make bacon together. The other weekend that we're taking off will possibly July 4th or possibly the end of August for Daytona. We don't go over there though until a little later in the week. We'll do one. We just won't. It'll be less professional. I'm picking up a big old. So my buddy owns Clearwater Egg and Poultry, David Roden. And if you live in the area, actually, let me see if I can find them. Clearwater Egg and Poultry. We get like here's his prices. So this is what I'm getting today. Julie already sent me the order for today. So what the heck is that? I got things all crapped up here. Well, anyway, let me try one more time. Copy image. I wanted to zoom. There we go. All right. So today, this is what I got to pick up. She sent me my order. So we got to get shredded Monterey Jack cheese, bacon, and yellow sliced cheese. That's not bad. But the bacon, he sells the bacon, a 15-pound box. That's a lot of bacon. $5 a pound. But 15 pounds bacon. Hey, somebody shops there? Hey, I'm going, Chris. I'm going to be camping. Hey, Randa. Hey, what's up? Clearwater. Hey, look at that. My Oldsmar air conditioning. We got new air conditioning. Crazy. Small world. So anyway, all right. So let's talk about the weather here real close to home. So we got a lot of moisture. We got a front that's hanging out here, and this is going to slowly drift south and east throughout the day today. So if you got outside plans anywhere from Maine to Texas, we got a chance for rain. And look at this flooding potential map for today. It's really high from from Louisiana all the way up to Virginia. So heavy rains on tap today. Tomorrow, things starting to lighten up a little bit. That's the flood potential tomorrow. Here's your 24-hour rain forecast for today into tomorrow morning. 5-day rain totals, kind of juicy in the south. Front kind of lingers a little bit down into Florida, juicing things up. The daily rains, real quick. Let's just do this real quick. Here's today's 24-hour rain maps until tomorrow morning. Here's tomorrow rain maps, Wednesday to Thursday, Florida Peninsula, Lower Georgia, Bama. Here's Thursday into Friday. Things will start to dry up. We talked about this dry up for the weekend. Look at that. Friday, pretty dry. Saturday, pretty dry. Sunday, really dry. Monday, really dry. So that's good. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you guys are good to go. So you got to hang on to this rain maybe one more day, a little bit tomorrow. Greg, yeah, that was a big news, man. We had water hack system. Water hack system. Somebody actually remote logged in, I guess, to the computer that controls the Oldsmar, chemical page, and somebody was actually trying to sabotage like 10 times the amount of chlorine or something. I forget what it was. And the worker luckily was at his desk, and he started seeing his mouse move around like you see with a remote access login, and somebody logged in and was doing things, luckily they caught it. Who knows what would have happened. So anyway, but yeah, we're going camping at Canopy. What the hell's the name of this place? I don't know. But they got the biggest tiki bar on the planet. I can't wait. I'll show that here in a little bit. We got to talk tropics. All right. So we showed the clouds. So all right. So long range. All right. Here we go. Let's show you this real quick. So here's a dust map. A lot of African dust out in front of our wave. This is currently. Let's stop it. We'll go to the end here. So the little wave that we're watching now, there's a couple things. So here's our wave, kind of elongated wave, but there's a lot of dust out in front. But the bigger factor is this, and this is wind shear. And this is called the hurricane graveyard early in the season. And we'll just kind of fast forward to about the 25th, 26th, 27th right here. This is a lot of wind shear. It's kind of hard to pick up, but here's your Lesser Antilles. Here's Florida. So going back to that, the brighter colors is wind shear. So typically, you get a lot of wind shear down here. This coming a little bit more from the west, but stronger systems have an easier time to get through these. So like when we have a Cape Verde system like an Irma, let's say, for example, or Dorian, or bigger storms that developed farther out east, they have a little bit better shot of making it through this high shear zone and the dust. So that's usually what happens. The thing you got to watch, though, is we saw with Harvey, you get a little seed, little core of the system, and it can remain just a weak wave, and then it gets into some favorable conditions, and sometimes they re-spark. And unfortunately, that's what Harvey did. Then Harvey ran into a huge high pressure system and just parked it right over a loop eddy, and the rest is history, as Paul Harvey, I think, said, right? So that's it. So, we're not going to take our eyes off of that one. The other thing we're looking at here, Precipitate Water Map, pretty cool map. This is Whitney's favorite map. This is our cool color map. This shows you the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. So two things we're going to show you on this one. All right. One is all this tropical juice still pulling up. There goes Claudette, right? There's Claudette. Claudette still, believe it or not, tapping into deep tropical moisture here. And that's all tied into this front that ultimately turned Claudette out to sea. So here's all this brighter oranges and reds of the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. This is our wave that we're watching here that either is going to try to slide through here or just die, maybe even go to the Pacific. This is the one that we're going to talk about next, and this is really starting to show up on long-range modeling. So let's focus on what's possibly coming off of Africa. So remember all the early long-range forecasts early in the season talked about the African rains being higher anomalies and main development region being a little more moist this year. Can't say that word. Moist. Who said don't get kicked out? Yeah, that's usually a bad thing. I'm not gonna tell you what happened this weekend. Just checking up on comments real quick. So, Brian Elliott, how's it going on YouTube over there? Hey, our idea of camping is we have air conditioners. And I guess since we had our anniversary, we didn't buy each other things, but I did buy a new fan for the bathroom for the RV, and it's got a remote control because Julie can't reach the little knob to close the vent. So she would have Emily jump on the toilet, which isn't good, and turn the knob. So I got a remote control one that actually opens the bathroom vent and turns the fan on. So we're excited about that. Yeah, it's wet in Ocala, Renee. Yes, I know. Let's show you the 24-hour radar real quick, and then we're going to go right into the next tropic. So this is interesting. This will be really cool. The 12Z just got done running, so we can take a look at the estimated radar here across the south for today, which is going to be juicy. This front is going to make it into southern part of Florida Peninsula later today. Here's what we got. This is radar. This is around noon, 1 o'clock. Here's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So look at this, 4 o'clock tonight. We still got lingering rains across the upper Gulf. Really getting juicy here across Peninsula and up around Virginia and the Carolinas. This is 4 o'clock tonight. All this is working its way south. And look, so it finally dries up maybe tonight. Maybe a little bit more lingering tomorrow. Oh my God. So unfortunately, it's still going to be going on tomorrow. We figured Tuesday, Wednesday was going to be juicy. This map stops at Wednesday night. So again, this is another round of rain tomorrow, 2, 3 o'clock tomorrow across the Gulf. Yuck. So unfortunately, we got 2 days of rains here. And then, Sue, we were discussing that, but Shelly distracted me. All right, so the wave off Africa. Let's talk about that. I hate to make that too serious at this point in the game. First off, it's climatology. Let's look at that. Climatology says that we really don't. Here's the end of June, 21st through 30th. We've had one wave in 170 years toward the end of June. Then we go to the first week of July. Look, we start to get a few more. So kind of kickstarts the season, July 1st to the 10th. This is where the majority of action is. So we have had one wave, the 21st through 30th in 166 years. Hey, Katie Haley, what's up? It's raining up there, your excuse. Hey, James, Mississippi got a lot of rain. I know yesterday, as a matter of fact, I'm going to just screw everybody and go off on a tangent here. But look at this. So the NWS out of New Orleans shared this earlier. Hopefully it's the New Orleans. Look at this rain yesterday. There it is. So this is rainfall totals yesterday from 5 a.m. till this morning. So your 24-hour rain totals yesterday. Look at this up till this morning. But look at three. So it's hard to make out. This is New Orleans down here. Here's New Orleans down here, lower Louisiana, Mississippi up here this way. There's the Florida tip of the Florida Panhandle. But look at this: 3, 4, 4 inches, 3 inches, 2 inches, 4 inches. So lots of rain in a 24-hour span yesterday. Parts of Louisiana and Mississippi, Alabama, and that's all pushing towards the west this morning. West, east. I always screw that up. Right, Shelly? All right, so we're gonna spend some time on ensembles now. I promise you. We're gonna talk about what's coming, what might be coming. What we got there? We got WQY. What is this? Earth Networks. Oh, that's neat. Oh, there you go. That's a pretty cool page. Let me just link that. WQRZ. I assume that's where you're located, but look at that. There's rain. You were right in the heart of it. That's some big rain. All right, so the long range ensemble. All right, so there's two things to note on these. We're gonna look at the Euro and the GFS. So the Euro ensembles. First off, this is the area right here that we're watching now. And if you go out let's go out 5 days. So 5 days from now, the GFS isn't showing anything. 7 days not showing anything. Now, what's this behind it? This is that next wave. So it's fixing to plop off there and out of Africa here in the next 24, 36 hours. Nothing to get alarmed about at all, but that's, quite a good signature. Now, listen, we're going to stop right here. So usually it's about a week from here to here, out of curiosity, just general speaking. So if this plopped out, let's say the 22nd, then it would be here the 28th, typically a week. But anyway, all right, so this is technically June 30th on the Euro. Now, the only thing I want to show you in two things. One is a lot of members are showing this new wave coming off Africa. And then we're getting a little bit of, still a couple little ensembles here. Now note June 30th. This is all that same time frame, the end of June, early July. So the Euro, a couple models, reorganizing our wave that was here. So note that. There's 3 or 4, lots of juice in the Pacific. But the wave we're watching now, so the wave today that's here, only a couple Euro ensembles are showing it, okay? The wave that's coming here by July 2nd, we're starting to get some ensembles really starting to show it. And, obviously we go way in time, and there's a handful things that make you go, So we'll keep an eye on that. That's only 3 or 4 or 5 out of 50, so don't get worked up, but it is something to talk about. Back to the wind shear map on the Euro, things that it's showing here for the Caribbean. That time frame is a little less shear later in the month here. This is June 30th. Here's July 1st. So this is July 1st. But as you can see, the shear here a little less. That's why the Euro is saying, hey, there's a chance it could become a little something. Back to the ensembles, but let's go back. Let's rewind to the GFS. The 60s just came out, I assume, hopefully, and then we'll digest those. All right, so 5 days. Boom, 5 days. 5 days from now, our wave isn't doing anything. There's the beginning of our new wave. And we go 7 days out. Let's go to the 30th. So here's the 30th. Note, 1 GFS member now. Remember all those bad runs yesterday that was showing gloom and doom and hurricanes? There's only 1 GFS ensemble right now. Doesn't mean it can't change. It just means no reason to worry. But it is showing what the Euro is showing, and that would be possibly our next wave. So, and there are a few that keep it going. So there's that. I mean, this is the early stages. There, you start to pick up signatures and look at overall conditions and start to see that there could be favorable conditions down the road. And this is, an interesting map. June 30th, right here, June 30th, and the Euro is showing decent percentages that we could see a tropical storm. Not a depression. This is tropical. If you hit depression, you get a lot more color. So I always go to tropical storm. No, nothing on hurricane, but there you go. So keep an eye on it. Could be what's next. Nothing to freak out about by any means. We're waiting on a new global hazards map. It should be out. I thought yesterday we would have had one, but we didn't. So, but that's about it. Let's see. A lot of lightning across the southeast with these storms. We got a pretty heavy squall earlier today that was working its way into Georgia. Here it is now, just on the other side of Tallahassee right now. Like I said, it's all moving south. Florida rains. Let's take a look. Well, we already did that. So, anyway, all right. Slowing down. Anyway, all right. Was yesterday Prime Day or today? When's Prime Day? Prime Day. I think it was yesterday. I already live on Prime, so 6% back. I should have bought. I didn't know it was Prime. Is that today? When's Prime Day? Now? Oh, Prime Day deal. Maybe it's going on now. Look at that. A Roomba. I thought that was a coffee maker. That's when you think it's coffee. So Roombas are on sale. They must be doing Prime Day right now. Pretty cool. All right, anyway. It's now 17 hours left. I'm getting it. I'm in the guy. All right. Yesterday and today. So they have 2 Prime Days. It's BOGO. BOGO Prime. Oh, man. So, but hey, we got a little something to talk about. Tropics were pretty interesting today, right? Claudette's gone. Moisture tail hanging in the Gulf, tied to a front, pushing its way down. And you can always verify that. I always like to look at surface charts just for fun. There you go. There's our front. All the rain ahead of it. And it's going to be a slow mover. Tomorrow is going to be kind of in the same spot. That's why we got 2 days of lingering rains. Here's tomorrow's surface map. And it kind of starts to dissolve itself come, what's that, Thursday? Kind of backs up, dries up, and it should be a nice weekend. So that's good for that. All right. I think that's it. Rambled on enough. So, what do I think? I think that we keep a little eye on the wave that's out there now. Remember, weak goes west, makes it through the graveyard, could reignite. Pretty strong signature on the MJO. Usually indicates we're going to see activity on that, usually. That also means that it could help ignite. See, we got a funny little pattern here. We usually get Africa MJO and Caribbean MJO. So the wave coming off of Africa, it's got a favorable MJO too. Actually, more than we got. So that'll help ignite the African wave. And then as it passes through the 1st of July, we could have something the end of June, July. So that's that, and like I said, some of these models, let's look at Levi's site. Some of these models are showing a crossover again. I don't even know if any of them are designated yet. No. So we don't even have any designated yet on the Pacific side for the East Pacific. Some of these were showing energy pulling up. So here's Saturday, June 26th on the GFS, showing that little bit of pull up on the, but very random, very unlikely. But there is a little system heading June 28th. So there's a little something brewing out on the Eastern Pacific side. Here it is, June 28th, 29th. But general lowering of pressures again, all coinciding with that phase passing by of the MJO. So I got a good link here to the MJO page off of Michael Ventris if you really want to see the real patterns. And then we got this little 2-week forecast, kind of nice too. This shows really enhanced here passing week 1, week 2. So, yeah. That's the tropics. Yeah, so you guys are talking about the hand crank radio. I love that little guy. It's like the cheapest thing ever. So it's called I had to get a pump for Emily's radio. There it is right here. So this little guy, it's really cool. Look at that. $17. Oh, now they got it in blue. I could get blue and match my truck. But it's pretty neat. It's got a USB charger for your phone. Pretty neat. I don't know what the milliamp. It's only 1,000 milliamp. That's not going to charge much. But anyway, solar power, which is neat. Hand crank. So if you didn't have battery, you could charge it with a hand crank, which is really neat. And you can listen to no weather radio, which is great. So I love it. Hey, Bobby in Sulphur, Louisiana, are you getting wet? Chris, we need an unofficial camp. Yep. We can do it at Daytona. Brian, good question. So the deal with crossovers is this. If the storm maintains tropical characteristics like a core, thunderstorms, low-level circulation, then they'll retain the name as it crosses over. And there has been some. If the storm becomes remnants, kind of like a disorganized blob of juice, kind of like tropical depression Claudette did, if it didn't have a really good spin, and it's deemed to have be only remnants, then it'll become a new name. And with all those mountains down there, it's very hard to cross over and not lose, or it's very hard to maintain tropical entity. Here's a link to this thing. Here, a couple other little things that's very important to share with you. So these things, let me type up battery. Oh, that's not it. I did buy a battery yesterday. I gotta search here, battery. These are the best. I actually got if you got a generator, I have a battery backup. I bought a battery because if your generator battery's dead, so that's what that one is. But these little guys, I bought a lot of batteries. These guys, these are all the batteries I bought. Here they are. Now, so there you go. This is very important. 26,800 milliamp. Okay, most phones are around 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 milliamp. So that means that this charger can charge your phone at least 4 complete times. So if your phone's dead, it'll recharge it completely for 4 full charges. That is koozie Hunter. He's looking at me all pissed now. Stop the snoring though. But anyway, so you can recharge your charger 4 times, and they have banks, USB banks. So this is very critical. You gotta be able to charge your stuff if you lose. And the other thing that's very important is 12 volt inverters. Oh, he's back to snoring again. These little guys are amazing. All right, these little guys. So if you need 12 or 110 volt plug power and you don't have a generator, these little power inverters will go into your car, and you actually can plug something into them. Now they only like 400 amps or watts usually. This is 500 watts. So you gotta be careful. Like you can't put a hot hair dryer. You shouldn't be worried about your hair in a hurricane, first off. But they're great to have, because if you need to plug in a charger or radio or who knows what else, portable, your electric toothbrush is dead. I don't know. But these are very important to have. Always important to have a power inverter, for sure. So passing that along. Little tidbit of information. Here's weather dot. Let's go to Twitter real quick, because they're talking about this here. We have a spot to watch. Yes, we know that. This is, weak waves. Weak waves go west. Remember Hurricane Harvey? I don't want to bring any bad flash ups to anybody, but Harvey, I spelled it wrong. But anyway, it comes up. But this is fascinating because Harvey, look at Harvey was kind of decent, and what happened with Harvey? Oh, we can't do it on this map, but it became just a tropical wave just past the Lesser Antilles, and it didn't do anything until it crossed over the Yucatan. So all this stretch right here, it was nothing. It was just a wave. And everybody knows what happened once it got in the lower Gulf. It blew up. So that's why, when you have a juicy wave in real time, I don't joke about it, but you do watch things in real time. And Weather Nerds is a great site. Look at this, another blob. What the hell is up with that? Where'd that come from? What's up with these blobs? That's a new one. That's over Mexico. It's the year of the blobs. That's a big one. That's tied to that front. That's arguably could be connected to Claudette. You could argue that it is, but anyway. So you just watch these little guys. If they hang on and they're juicy, that's what it takes. And it gets over to that positive MJO enhanced stage, then it could be on. So, generally speaking, weak goes west. Little piece might have broke off, but that's what we got. And then let's see if we got any spinach. We haven't looked at the spinach map. And you got a little cluster down here, maybe trying a little bit. There we go. A little bit of competing winds down there. Maybe a little bit actually. Trying. Look at that. Interesting. So it's trying. It's trying to become a little something something. Here's 500 millibar. Actually got a little more spin too. So there's our little guy. Yeah, you never know. Might become a little something something. If it keeps hanging on to the juice, then never know. I think our monsoon trough is still hanging down pretty low. Here's that wave. I don't know if that's the one that we're going to be watching or not. Don't know if that's the one. Let's see. Let's go back here to the main operational GFS. I don't know if that's the one yet. No, it's another one coming. So the one the models are picking up on is actually the next wave in line off Africa. So the wave that's coming off now is not the one that we could be watching. It's actually down the road. Down the road some. So it's probably going to be this little guy. Either this one or this one. I don't know. I'm not going to stress too much about it. So it's either this one or this one. The next wave that the models are picking up on. Probably this one. So this is probably the model. So this is the one that we're watching next. There you go. All right. So what is up? Anything else good? Star Center John, thank you for that, buddy. Appreciate that. See ya, Eric. Hope the Rays can Harvey was bad, Anna. So Harvey, we always talk about steering currents, and Harvey had a high pressure that locked in over all three sides, and it had nowhere to go. We didn't have any fronts coming down, and there wasn't anything to disrupt the high pressure. And the steering currents just blocked it, and it sat over a loop eddy over the Gulf, and it just had all that moisture, rain, 40, 50 inches plus. It was unbelievable. Chris, we should be good on that. Coffee's cold. Mason, my shrimp buddy. All right, so hey, listen, you know, I'm going to wait and talk about the next African threat maybe until afternoon. I don't want to jump in on that too much. I kind of teased everybody a little bit. Main thing we're going to look at today is 12Z models, and we're going to make sure, hopefully by the end of June, that a spot in the Gulf isn't anything to worry about. MJO has got me a little interested, though, that we could possibly see something from somewhere, even if it was a crossover from the Pacific. So definitely, I would say still a spot to watch. Just nothing definite yet as far as where, when, what. And in the short term, like I said, we got a lot of moisture. Let's look at a precipitable water map real quick. Let's look at I like the Euro. The Euro's got a good one. Let's look at the Precipitate Water Map real quick. You can see a lot of juice still connected here. Look at that. That's all moisture. Red means moisture. Here's that front sneaking in. Now this is coming today, later today. There's our front sneaking in. But unfortunately, this is what happens tomorrow. The front flattens out, and there's going to be a little bit of moisture lingering tomorrow. So our front pretty much hits a brick wall, stops tomorrow. Here's our front tomorrow morning. A little bit of moisture lingers tomorrow. And by Wednesday night, definitely Thursday, things really dry up, and we really don't see much coming until through the weekend. So the weekend looks decent. Here's that moisture coming up, tropical wave. So it's a cool map. Look at this. Kind of gives you a look too sometimes. This is a good map to look at. Let's look at this one real quick. Let's zoom in on this. So I like this map. All right, let's go to tropical Atlantic. Well, actually Southwest Atlantic. Well, that's too far out. But anyway, all right. So here's where we are. Here's where we are today. So here is, all right, so this is our moisture we're looking at down here. This is our wave right here. And sometimes it's a simple thing to do is just follow the precipitable water map. And you can just follow the moisture trail here. Now here's that new one. Look at that. Oof. And here's the moisture. Here's the 28th. And there's June 30th right here. So there you go. And then here's the new wave off of Africa that we're going to probably be watching a little bit more in the news. All right, let's look at the GFS real quick, and then we'll be done with that. We're watching the wave here, and that's not the wave. The wave's right here. So see, the GFS has been showing a little piece breaking off, and another little piece hanging behind. GFS showing a lot of juice July 1st, but so there we go. So June 30th. So if that wave off of Africa becomes anything, right here, June 30th, just 30-ish, that would be the time frame right here on the Euro 2. Here's the 30th. So here's Euro the 30th. When I say 30th, 29, 30, 1st, 2nd, there's the Euro and the GFS. So moisture or not, there's the 30th. So there's that wave. And the wave out in front. So still, I still think it's important to watch this area into June. There you have it. Anything else? Dust forecast. Let's take a look at that. I like to look at that. Let's take a look at that. Let's see here. Where the hell is it? Models. I googled models the other day. I forgot hurricane models, and I got all those Victoria's Secret models. I'm like whoa! A bunch of girls on my feed. And I told Julie about Sarah looking at TikTok on my phone because I can't see teenage girls dancing, especially my own kid, Emily. Stay off my phone. Here's a dust forecast for the next 80 hours. Yeah, a huge plume, about normal. So anyway, all right, cool beans. Well, that's it. I don't have any other exciting stuff. We're trying to get our cruise thing figured out. So hang in there, Katie. We're trying to do a Memorial Day or a spring break cruise. Lots of interest in that. Just thanks, man. Thanks to all the supporters. Thank you, Jamie Peck. I appreciate it. Don't forget our buddies Furman. You can get 30% off. 30% off. All you need to do is do MWP30. And they have the best generators on the planet. The most quietest. Tri-fuel. You can't even hear them. Whisper series. My favorite one would be this little guy if I camp still. 3,300 watt. See, the old Hondas used to have two of them. This one here, you only need one. It's got a 30 amp plug on it. But all you got to do is add to the cart and apply your coupon MWP30, and look what happens. $393 is off. So it goes down to $916. Isn't that the best thing on the planet? So, too cool, man. Appreciate that. Jason and Greg, big fans of the page, so we love them. All right, so we talked a lot about weather. We'll do it again tomorrow. I'll do a little video later this afternoon probably. What's this button here? Sexy HRRRRR. Data unavailable. Not too sexy. So we'll do it again tomorrow, Friday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We'll do one tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And see what you got. So, Jason Bland, nope. Saw a lot of people sharing random GFS runs yesterday, and hopefully, kind of got the point out. Be careful getting too wrapped up in those. There was definitely South Texas people going nervous because of one model run. So you got to be careful. Don't get too worked up. What's a power bank link? Oh, that one I was showing you? Yeah. We actually have tons of these around the house. I have, believe it or not, we probably got 10 of these power links. 10. We have at least 10 of them around the house because they're $20, and I get tired of losing them. But this is a good one. 26,800. $20. So it's worth to have a couple of them. So, all right, cool beans. Oh, softball highlights, James. Oh, you really want me to bore everybody? Yeah, what the hell. I'll have to show you because I was proud of her. So my daughter, we had 8 games this weekend, and we only had 2 pitchers. And a little blurry there. Oh, that's because it's on Twitter. Let me go to Facebook. And she had to pitch a lot. And we actually made the gold gold bracket, and they made a championship game. So that was cool. So here's some of her plays out the show. There's only a couple of them that are pretty good. So she started out the game as shortstop. So here's my daughter. Check her out. There's shortstop. Watch this. Here we go. So she made a killer diving play here. Bam! So that was cool, right? And then she comes with the bat. She crushed that one. It actually bounced off the fence. We all thought it was gone. Hit the fence. That little thing, she's barely 110 pounds. And then pitching, she did really good. Here's a good little bunt. She's an amazing bunt coverage, man. Nobody ever bunts her. This was a good one. She jumped. Pretty good little dive and catch there. Jumped up in the air. And these are just some of her strikeouts, some of her curveballs. Look at that curveball, man. And these are all strikes they call. Look at that. Look at that curveball. That sucker. Crazy. So she was playing hurt. She was tired. She was still pitching mid-50s. I couldn't believe it. She did really good. Proud of her. Amazing weekend. Change up. Sick. So she was a rock star. She's daddy's little rock star. I love it. So anyway, all right. Well, we'll be back tomorrow. Keep an eye on tropics. Nothing to really stress about right now, which is good news, right? So storm prediction map today. Just isolated showers, storms. We got nothing. So enjoy it. Just keep an umbrella handy. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Be good. Have a great day. Bye-bye.